What can I say about Gus Noble? Two words come to mind: passion and compassion.
We've been clean and safe from the COVID and still having a good time. And Gus is a big part of it. It all comes from him and the staff.
Throughout this pandemic, I have seen Gus draw upon his Scottish values and lead with confidence, with clarity, and with heart. He's rolled up his sleeves, dug in, and been right there with the staff every step of the way.
But one thing I know for sure, he have a good heart. He care about the people. And I just want to say thank you from my heart to you, Gus.
His passion for the residents and the way he treats all the staff is just fantastic to see. He cares so much about this society, and there's no doubt that he is the face of Scotland within Chicago.
Gus is a trusted leader. That made a big difference during this crisis. In the darkest hours, he was at his best.
With a strong team in place and the resolve of his predecessors, Gus has met the extreme challenges of this past year head on and has renewed the vision of the organization for the future.
He inspires everyone around him, including me, to want to do better and be better. That's a leader. That's the guy you want.
And I want you to know that Caledonia and me appreciates you. Congratulations, Gus. You're great.
Congratulations, Mr. Gus!
Congratulations, Gus.
Gus was born in Dundee. He's just about as Scottish as you can get. You know, wherever he goes, he takes a bit of Scotland with him.
And we're really proud of you. Well done, Gus.
Home, family, and love means so much to Gus.
My daddy works with superheroes. I love you.
I love you.
I love you!
Hello, happy Tartan Day. I am deeply grateful to the Scottish Coalition USA for this incredible honour. Let's reflect tonight on the year that has just passed. 12 months ago, COVID-19 began to target seniors with unprecedented and relentless cruelty, and long-term care communities became the front lines of a hard fight. When this happened, I gathered the leadership team at Caledonia Senior Living and Memory Care to plan for the unknown. And for a few moments we sat in silence, contemplating what was to come. Then in a calm voice, our administrator, Chris Cortez, broke the silence, and she spoke into existence our North Star, a guiding philosophy that would from that moment on inform our every decision. If we overreact to this crisis, we will never know. But if we underreact, we will know immediately. With staff unified by this purpose and a board of governors steadfast in their support and bold in their leadership, on March the 10th, for the very first time in our campus's 100-year history, we took Caledonia Senior Living into lockdown. And it was at that moment that the people who live and work here accepted a collective responsibility to protect one another by being COVID careful wherever we were. 12 months on, I am convinced that those personal commitments are the foundations upon which Caledonia Senior Living's impeccable record of safety and success is built. Thanks to three things working together: luck, the grace of a higher power, and the vigilance of our team, we made it 11 months deep into this crisis with no resident cases. But 9 days after our first vaccination clinic, one resident did test positive. Her name is Liz. It was then that, eye to eye with a virus that had devastated so many care homes like ours, I called on my colleagues to step up. Immediately they implemented the plans and procedures that they'd rehearsed and refined so many times over the previous 11 months. And they contained, controlled, and stopped the virus before it spread. Amazing work. And because Liz had antibodies in her system. She fought, and Liz beat COVID-19. She was able to get her second jab as planned, and she is now as right as rain. In 1845, when Chicago was just a small frontier town, population 12,000 people, a group of Scots gathered and they formed the first charity in Illinois. Well, this year, as we celebrate the 175th anniversary of that Scottish society, we remember the countless heroes who, by their acts of selfless service, made their mark on the society's history. And today, I want you to know something important. In the eyes and in the hearts of the people who live and work at Caledonia, today I see that same defining heroic spirit. At Caledonia, we are a diverse team. We are all ages and genders, colours and creeds. We may look differently and we may speak differently, but we are unified by something very simple and yet very powerful. We care. But in the world out there, hatred, intolerance and bigotry raise their all too familiar heads again and again. I want you to know something important. Just as COVID-19 attacks our seniors, systemic racism attacks our people and our principles. For 17 years, I have had the honour of being president of this community. I have proudly been the voice of our Scottish society, but the time has come for me now to be our ears. It is time for us to listen. If we are to sing in the choir called America, yes, we must raise our Scottish voices. But if we are to sing in harmony, we must listen to and truly hear the voices of others. Here in my office, I have files containing the Society's oldest, most important documents. And when I find myself in times of trouble, I reach for these files to find answers and assurances. How did this organisation prevail through the Civil War, 2 World Wars, the Great Chicago Fire, the Great Depression, and the 1918 flu pandemic? These archives remind us who we are because they permit us to hear the voices of the early Scots. And now I raise my voice to speak to the people who will come after us 100 years from now. I want you to know what life is like in this community in the era of COVID-19. I want you to know how we made it through. This Scottish society prevails because we stay true to our roots and our values. We welcome everyone who is Scottish by birth, by heritage, or simply by inclination. We create home. We extend family. We relieve stress, and we reimagine tradition. This Scottish society has always delivered life's most important things: home, family, and love. That's what's brought us safely so far through the COVID crisis. And that's exactly what we will continue to do. And now, may I raise my voice and talk to you directly. How are you? I hope you're okay. How's your family? I thank you for believing in this organisation. It's impossible to recount all the human moments that have been critical to Caledonia's success. From dancers outside resident windows to donors. From generation to generation, the support of the Scottish community has been an ever-present force. In 1917, long before COVID, when it was destroyed completely by fire, Scots all over this country refused to let the Scottish home die in its own ashes. Because of their support, we rose and we rebuilt. We may be located here in Chicago, but Caledonia's senior living belongs to everyone. Our success is very much your success. And that success is built on a commitment to science and certainty and never speculation. That led us to one of the highest vaccination rates in the field of senior care. 100% of residents and north of 95% of our staff have vaccinated. For a year now, we've been in the business of protecting physical health, of protecting lives. And of course, this continues. But vaccinations now give us the opportunity to also be in the business of reconnecting families. When Mary Beth visited her mum Betty the other day, through tears of joy, I watched them hug for the first time in over a year. And simultaneously, I glimpsed the past and the future, the way things were and surely will be again. Given that we've all lived in a seemingly perpetual state of today, it was refreshing to conceive of tomorrow. Now, having said that, let's be absolutely clear. This virus still has our seniors in its cruel sights. And so it's on their behalf that I implore you to do your part. Be COVID careful. And when it's your turn, please take your vaccination shot. My colleagues and I mourn for and with those who have lost loved ones to COVID-19. To them we offer our condolences and our deepest sympathy. For some, there is no tomorrow. So let's learn a lesson from COVID. While we conceive of tomorrow, let us live for today like there is no tomorrow. It's said that in crisis comes character. In the most intense moments of the fight with COVID-19 on the very front lines, I have seen the true character of the people of Caledonia shine through adversity. Their commitment to caring has been instinctive and intentional. It's also been inspirational. In them I see the best qualities of the Scots. I know that the early Scots would be assured that their society is in the safe hands of my colleagues. And so will the people who come along after us. And so is this Scotsman. And this Scotsman is truly humbled to receive the National Tartan Day Award. I thank the Scottish Coalition USA for this singular honour. But the award is not singularly for Gus Noble. In truth, it's for all Chicago Scots. It's for the people who built this Scottish society. It's for my friend Wayne Rethford. It's for the board and the volunteers who lead and support this unique community. It's for the pioneering donors without whose belief we simply would not have had the clarity nor the courage to confront the challenge of COVID-19. It's for my family. It's for all the families who love and support the people that this award is for most of all, the residents and staff of Caledonia Senior Living and Memory Care. These are incredible people. When history recalls them, she will smile. And it is on their behalf that I proudly accept this award. And it's also on their behalf that I wish you now, and in the times ahead, good health and every happiness. Please be well. Please live like there is no tomorrow. And please accept my love.